Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Today we'll be starting Shadowrun Returns. So, full disclosure as always, I am not a Shadowrun aficionado. I know very little about it. You know what, let's get right into the game and then I'll do some explanation. So I went ahead and started the game with my character. That way you guys didn't have to watch the whole character creation process. But we're starting right at the beginning. Hang on a second. There we go. Down and out. Your apartment. 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad. But right now, it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging Fixer hasn't called. The money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free. Free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your nuyen. Something needs to change. And soon. So, like I said, I am in no way a Shadowrun aficionado. I don't know very much about it. Other than what everybody knows about it. It's kind of cyberpunk mixed with high fantasy. It's very Lord of the Rings meets cyberpunk. I know it's a pen and paper based RPG. And I've never had the chance to play it, but it is one I would definitely give a shot. And I thought, well, let's start here, because this game looks really good, really interesting, and I want to give it a shot. Also, I'm going to read from the Wikipedia a little bit about the game for you. Or a little bit about the setting, to be more accurate. It's the 2060s, and the world has changed, some say awakened. A long lull in the mystical energies of the universe has subsided, and magic has returned to the world. Elves, dwarfs, orcs, and trolls have thrown off their human guises and assumed their true forms. Many experts claim that Earth has gone through several such incarnations of waxing and waning magic. These different eras are called worlds. The 6th world, the newest age of magic, has just begun. Creatures in the wild have changed as well, transforming into beasts of myth and legend. The many traditions of magic have come back to life, and shamans and mages have carved out a place for themselves in the new world. Many aspects of the Awakened remain mysteries, but society fights on to assimilate the ways of magic into a world dominated by technology. And that is the gist of Shadowrun. As we go, I'm sure we're going to learn more. I just want to tell you guys, I have played this a little bit personally when it first came out. A few hours here and there. But I've had the idea to do a YouTube channel for quite a while now. So things ended up getting put on the back burner. It was like, ooh, I really like this game. You know what? I think I'm going to save it for whenever I get my YouTube channel up and running. So this is us. Whoa, little hiccup there. This is us. This is someone you might recognize. Kerwin. And they didn't have a good picture for him, so I just took the blank one. If you are interested and know a lot more about Shadowrun than I do, here's our character. Strength of 1, because I'm not planning on doing any close combat. Quickness of 3, because I am going to do a lot of ranged combat. Dodge of 2, because that'll help us dodge ranged combat. I'm going to do almost nothing with technology. Almost no decking or jacking into the Matrix, which is basically the internet, but so much bigger. Willpower's high so I can resist magic. Charisma's high because shooting and talking is what I do. And body's 4 because that gets us more HP. So, what do we got around here? A slip of paper with your bank balance, enough to cover you through the end of the week. So not a whole lot. Your notebook, calendar, contacts, that kind of thing. Who's my list of contacts? The list is sad, dried up. Carter, Fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, Runner, dead. Felton Nash, Fixer, missing since February. New Larry, runner, dead. Sam Watts, runner, question mark? Probably in a gutter somewhere. Sangoma, runner, dead. Half-Jack, dealer, retired or dead. The list goes on, all either dead ends or just plain dead. What about my personal calendar? It's empty. Nothing to do. Hey, that sounds about right. Huh. Your vid phone rings, jarring you. Who's calling at 3 a.m.? Is this our vid phone? Oh, no, that's probably it. Your computer, state of the art in 2050, broken since 2051. So we've answered our vid phone, and Sam Watts is calling? The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again, or worse. Where have you been, Sam? I haven't heard from you in months. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. So is this like a dead man switch message? When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? It's probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. We look around like, yeah, high on the hog. Hey, you remember that Rinraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Long time. And something's happening. 3 years ago, a makeshift bar on the Seattle docks, the night Dowd went down. So who are you people? Sangoma? It doesn't want to let me select. Oh, that's me. And New Larry. Well, what happened to old Larry? You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd, never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. He shakes his head. I hate this friggin' city, Kerwin. It's wet and the rain feels like acid and I want out of here. I get it. Now take a pill and relax. Sure, Kerwin, sure. Whatever you say. Sam Watts. I don't know, Kerwin. Sam's a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run, so far, but he needs watching. He shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the dreck, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a big, toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night, New Larry. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something he wants to say. Don't you, Larry? Go ahead. Spill it. You were sloppy. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. Own up, Sam. If you screwed up, admit it. I'd admit it if there was something to admit. I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it. Don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Rinraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Sorry about that. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? He stops and a smile slowly appears on his face. Honestly, it didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set up with a cush corp job. I'm out of this racket. We've got incoming. Oh, that's a lady. We've got incoming. I don't know how to do an orc lady voice. New Larry relaxes and throws you a Drek-eating grin. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Kerwin. Buy you a drink after this? You'll owe me several. There he goes. Leave the mage. Kill the others. Oh, snap. Ah! Oh, good. We got crit, and we lost action points. Can I have a turn, please? Turn-based combat. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character on your team is an action pool. Yep. Tutorial information. Sure, we'll show the help. Oh, okay. We'll figure it out. Yep. I don't imagine this is too hard to figure out. So here's our weapon. Looks like it takes 1 action point to reload. Oh, okay. So we can punch, we can shoot with a pistol, or we can shoot with our machine gun. So we definitely want to be in cover. Let's get over here. Yeah, get some, new Larry. So now we're on to Samm. Let's get him in cover too. So he's weak to machine guns? Okay, single shot, 1 bullet, single target, damage of 10, range is long, ammo 1. Aim shot, single target, 1 bullet, increases accuracy by 15%, and it appears it has a 3-turn cooldown. This is all pretty easy to figure out, assuming I'm figuring it out properly. Get some, Larry. Nice. She's pretty good. So I guess they turned us in for some kind of job we were doing that didn't go so well. I wish it would tell us what that did. Even if we didn't have something else to select. So it looks like we have an 81% chance of hitting him, and a 73% chance of hitting him. However, he's in a bad spot for us. Let's work on him, though, and we'll have the other 2 sink in on him. There we go. Looks like we got him. 99? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oh, he's got a shotgun. Cool. Let's reload with your other one. I wonder if we actually have ammo we run out of. You go ahead and reload too. I don't see any reason not to. Oh, whoops. Didn't see those guys there. Need to get everybody into different cover. Either their security sucks or we're pretty good at this. Uh-oh. Ugh. That's not good. Oh, good. Here come more. This is bad. They have a shaman. Uh-oh. Watch out. Now the question is, how do we heal? What is that thing? An inferno. That's all that happens when you press the tab key. Don't know why. Yeah, let's get into better cover. Let's work on this guy. Crap. See what kind of shots we can get off from this angle. Anything? Now we can shoot at him. Thought we'd be protected from him there. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's somewhere we don't want to be. Yeah, we definitely want to work on that shaman as much as we can. So, that's a shaman. And the other one's a mage, I think. Oh good, we're out of ammo. Not good. Oh, good. I was hoping that when you did that it would get rid of him. So damage on this is 6. Damage on the shotgun is 12. And it still has decent range. Yeah, let's try it. Pretty good, pretty good. I'll take that. I'd buy that for $1. Let's try this. Hopefully we can get a better shot off. Or not. Uh-oh. I think she's down. Down but not out, it looks like. Line of sight blocked. Let's move up and shotgun him. New Larry's betrayed. Sorry, I read that wrong. New Larry's betrayal, or our second brush with death in one night. Part of the life, Sam. You know that. You were born for this gig, Kerwin. Me? Not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk until I croak. Huh. What about you? Me? I do this. It's the only life I know. Well, you're a dumbass, and I'll drink to you when you're dead. Ah, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna outlast you. Guess you can drink to me. So I guess that was like a flashback / tutorial scene. Like I said, I played this just a little bit when it first came out. You stare at Sam's face on the comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name's at the top of that list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man's switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me, alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mangert, and McCain, when the job is done. They'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chat. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Mingott, and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line, so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. Sam straightens up. Talks seriously. First time. Look, Kerwin, I've led a Drek life, and I probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'll get to the bottom of this. Someone will pay. I like Sam. He's, has a little sauce problem, I think, but hope he just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. I'll see you in Seattle. The dead man switch. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders. A legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nguyen, this is a place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. The franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. New objective. Ask the coroner about Sam. Coroner. I'm in the back. Okay. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty, fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. Gross. So is there anything to, search here? I mean, I see him. Dresden. That's a cool name. So is this Sam? Excuse me. Trying to talk to you there, Dres. Ooh. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, I love my job. A little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it may just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So, yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are? Kerwin, I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. He frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. What makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over there. He's a fast little fella. I'm coming. Wait for me, Dresden. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He, or she, always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out here! I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and they took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. I'm going to put that down for now, just in case what's going on out here is timed. Because I don't want to miss it. Also, we're going to go ahead and... hang on. Yeah, we're going to save the game. Yep. Create new save. Oh, I'm a dinkus. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective, right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away.
So this new Ripper, Vic, Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back?
The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time?
Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper's case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge.
I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel, has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too.
So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon?
Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado.
You're no damn help, dwarf.
The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation.
Who the hell are you?
Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer.
The dreck you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, it'll be you on the slab, human.
He looks back at the dwarf.
Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion.
He's sweet. I think he's probably going to be problems. Dresden looks amused. You always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties, too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor. Fascinating. Again, Detective Mikulski isn't interested in anything but Detective Mikulski. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor. After a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? Who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for Mikulski's career and wallet. What was Mikulski saying about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore, what with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Ugh. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels. I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? He's thinking about it. Oh. Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back, see if you find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. Open the morgue drawer. Oh, so there's a bunch of stuff we can look at here. So what's in there? A basic med kit. That'll be good. So it looks like these are things we can interact with that just have the hand, and the hand picking up a coin is probably stuff we can loot. So we're gonna take your stuff, Dresden, even though you seem like a nice fella. Another basic med kit. Very good. Doc Wagon's basic trauma kit. Okay. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal a fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. So this is a neat little nod. Excuse me. This is a neat little nod to the Super Nintendo Shadowrun game, as your main character in that game is named Jake Armitage? I don't know, I'll probably go back and forth on it. And he looks a lot like that. He doesn't talk, though. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. So that was another thing that a lot of Shadowrun purists had a problem with in the first game. And again, I don't know a lot about Shadowrun, so some of what I'm about to say might be off. Excuse me, I'm sorry. If I'm not mistaken, in the Shadowrun universe, it's really difficult to do both. It's really difficult to do cyber stuff, like head implants. What did they just call it? A data jack. So it's really hard to have like a data jack or cybernetic parts or things like that, but also be a shaman or a mage, because if you have less of your body than intended, or that less of your body than you started with, or more of your body than you started with, it messes with your essence, which is where you gain your powers from. Again, not an expert, but that's how I understand it. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. You were just sleeping in a freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim. Do you know him? Samm, huh? Glad somebody cares. Used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something. Or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Samm, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up. It's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. Name's Jake. And you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Kerwin. Well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Samm the other night. The night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstress Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kubota asked me to throw Samm out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, would you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat court bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles. You get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Samm stumbled off during the fight, though. That's the last I saw of him, till he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. Do you know anything else? I know they found his body a block away from the Union, just lying there in broad daylight. That's the Barrens for you. Jake looks down, his expression masked by chrome and crimson glass. Shame, though. Wish I'd been there. If those slagging gangers hadn't come along. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. The leader's got the whole gang searching the Barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Samm was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here since that run-in with the Halloweeners, whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch on the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Do I not have his gun? He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? I like to keep my distance. You got a rifle? You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind, here's a rifle you can borrow. An AK-97. So ready for an evening out on the town? I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. So, we got a new party member? Very cool. And we're going to call it right there. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. And we'll see you next time. Bye.